Hello all, welcome back to my devlog where I make a game engine and try to make a game in it. A lot has been happening in my world the past few months, as you can probably see, so there has not been much progress on my engine. However, there is still so few things that I can talk about. At the end of the last video, I mentioned a whole list of changes that I wanted to make. Most of those changes have to do with how the different systems depend on each other. A dependency is when one system includes the header files from another system and calls functions from inside of it directly. We can show this in a graph using nodes for the systems and arrows for the dependencies. If we do this for all the systems inside MateBit, it looks something like this. It's kind of a mess. To make this better, I want to try to organize the systems into a hierarchy. Core systems are systems that deal with things like the hardware. They go at the bottom. Common systems are systems that can be used in a number of different projects. Those go in the middle. Any game or application-specific systems go on the top. Systems may depend on other systems that are in their same group, or in lower groups, but they may not depend on systems that are above them. Organizing the systems like this should, quote-unquote, make it easier to reuse these systems in other projects, which is something that is done pretty often with programs. Now you may notice that I have to get rid of some of the dependencies to make this transition, and I'm using callbacks to do this. Instead of calling the functions in the other systems directly, callbacks that are specified during the system's initialization phase are called at specific times. Entry point, which is basically the main function for the engine, is a function that already has all the dependencies to every system because it is the function that calls initialize on everything. Entry point will now be responsible for making the callback functions that tie all the systems together. The next refactor is to the rendering system. Up to now, GFX v2 was a monolithic system, meaning that it did everything that was rendering related. This became apparent as a problem when I added the text rendering a few months ago. Adding something that had smooth GPU accelerated drawing to a system that only did pixely software rendering up to that point felt wrong. My solution to this is to split the pixel rendering and the text rendering into their own rendering subsystems, which then would be managed by a slimmer rendering system that only handles the rendering thread. This will prevent the text renderer from polluting the pixel renderer, and has the side effect of allowing me to easily add other rendering types in the future. When I started making MateBit v2, one of the key features that I wanted to achieve was making the code reusable for future projects. With these changes, I feel that another step has been taken to reaching that goal. These and other refactors are about halfway done currently, and will be worked on over the next few months. But that's where I'm leaving it for this video. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.